Hey guys, Alex with Hammond Watch. Here today with the Orient Mako USA 2. And it's a watch that I'm a huge fan of, especially in this color combination. But I'm always hesitant pulling the trigger on just due to the cost. But there is a deal going on right now that I couldn't pass up, and I have no affiliation with the company doing it. But I want to let you guys know in case you're interested or curious about the watch. I think right now is about the best time to snap one of these up. So the Mako USA 2 comes in 3 colorways. There's this black indices and hands over the white dial, and then a more traditional blue and black dial versions. Long Island Watch, and there's a YouTube channel for Long Island Watch. Mark, the host, is very informative. He owns the business. He's an authorized dealer of several brands, and he's running a sale right now where you can buy the Mako USAs for $199, and that's shipped. Unfortunately, it's only servicing USA and Canada. Also, there are the white dial sold out pretty quickly. There are still black and blue versions available. But what I did was I picked it up, and you'll notice I don't have the bracelet on here. It is an improved bracelet over the other Orient divers. It has solid end links. But I'm just not a huge fan of its quality. I don't like cheap bracelets. Ended up selling it for $48. Turns out that they're pretty, I don't want to say sought after, but it only took one day to sell it for that. So essentially, after shipping, I own the watch for $160. For that $160, you get a very great proportioned diver. It's a just over 41 millimeter case as I measure it. It's like 41.3, 41.25. A really compact lug to lug at right around 46. You also have 22 millimeter lug width, so kind of all your favorite straps work for it. You get drilled lug holes, so it makes strap swaps easy. I'm using a Barton Silicone Elite, so it has the quick release, so not a major factor, but always something I like. I change out my straps quite a bit. Decently engraved case back, you know, nice, nothing to write home about. I think the Seiko Tsunami has a lot more charm. That said, this is a lot more contemporary, and there's no hot spots in the engraving. It feels nice and smooth. It's not catching my skin or making me feel like it's going to be uncomfortable. The only kind of gripes I have about these watches in general, there's like a slick back design to the bezel. As you can see, it kind of tapers down. There's not a huge contact point here, and the knurling, or I guess more slots that are engraved out, are sharp enough. It's just not, I don't know, it's not Seiko. It's not perfect. If it had a little bit more to it, it was a little bit easier to grip, that would be a home run. Also, the crown on these, 6 millimeters isn't bad. It's a little bit smooth. There's an edge to this kind of top section that allows me to grab it without issue. I just prefer, like, if this is a few millimeters bigger and this is a little bit kind of chunkier and easier to grip and move, the watch is perfect. One of the other big selling points to it, Sapphire Crystal. You don't need to mod it, so you're pulling it out of the box. You know it's 200 meters ready. You have a day and date complication framed out beautifully with a black framing to match the rest of the indices and that seconds chapter wheel. Speaking of those blacked out components, just wanted to bring you in a little bit tighter here so that you can have a good look at the dial. The contrast is great. The printing really pops, as do the indices. Like with many Orients, the hands seem to be just a slightly different shade than the markers that are filled. I know that bothers some people. It's certainly not a deal breaker for me. I love especially the white watch, although I do understand that now you're kind of looking at 3 different shades of white, each kind of a bit more tarnished as you come outwards back towards the glass. So we'll jump over for a quick Loom shot. The room is not even entirely blacked out, and as you can see, it's glowing brilliantly. Huge fan, on par with Seiko. You know, I have some Seikos that shine a little brighter. I have some that, you know, are a little bit more dim. I have no complaints with the Loom at all. I don't think that there's anything to criticize or that they need to add on. You can go to sleep seeing it, wake up, you're still going to be able to read your watch. And at the end of the day, that's really all you're looking for. Is something that's going to last through the night and be incredibly legible. The movement, so it's the F6922. Beating at 21,600 beats per hour, a 40-hour power reserve, 22 joules. And something that I don't think gets touched on enough with these Orient movements, the tolerances for accuracy, minus 15 seconds, plus 25. I don't remember the 4R off the top of my head, but I know it's like plus 45, minus 30, or minus 30, plus 45. These watches come in cheaper, similar water resistance. I won't say same, they're both a lot of 200 meters, but I give the nod to Seiko with their ISO certifications. But a more accurate movement, hacking, hand winding, there's just really not much to gripe about, especially if you get it and you're a strap guy and you flip the bracelet and you own it for 160 bucks. There's just nothing to complain about with that purchase. So hopefully you guys are able to utilize it. Let me know if you have any questions. If you're not already, go ahead and subscribe. Hit us with a thumbs up. It helps the channel's analytics quite a bit. I'll throw a couple videos for you guys to have a look at. Let us know what you like and what you don't.